Hi, today I'd like to share with you some tips so that you can know how to write an opinion essay or how to improve those opinion essays you've written before. First, we'll have to consider some format and content characteristics. Let's talk about the format. The language must be formal. It must include some investigation, and you'll have to paraphrase part of that information you investigated before. Okay, first of all, when I say formal, I'm referring to the language you are using while writing. Please avoid using colloquial or conversational expressions such as wanna, cause, I'll talk about, which is not the best option since you are going to write about something. It's important to include information you've investigated to support your point of view. And you'll find information in web pages or books, for example. But people won't know it unless you include the references. Links or web pages are usually included until the end of your essay. Please be sure to add when you consulted that link or that web page. Okay? You usually do it this way, between parentheses. While you are writing, many times you also need to include the author you are quoting. So you write the author's last name and the book's publication year. The complete reference must be included at the end of the essay. Paraphrase. Yeah, paraphrasing means using your own words. Okay? Never copy and paste information from other places. That is called plagiarism. A very good advice is to use a variety of linkers to have coherence and cohesion inside your text. Use sequence linkers like firstly, first or first of all, to begin with, secondly, after that, etc. Okay, notice that all of them start a statement and are immediately followed by a comma. Okay, we also have addition linkers. For example, apart from that, besides, moreover, furthermore. Contrast connectors. For instance, in contrast, on the other hand, however, despite, or consequence or result connectors. Consequently, as a result, hence, therefore, all this considered, all of them help us to link, to join ideas. That way, we have a better cohesion inside each paragraph and a much better cohesive text. These are not all the linkers in English, but you may start using some of them on your essays. Now let's talk about the content. An essay has three main sections: the introduction, the development, and the conclusions. In the introduction, you will include a thesis statement. It's important to also mention the objective of writing that essay. You will have to defend your personal point of view all throughout the development. Use examples to support your opinion. At the very end, you are trying to convince the reader you have a correct point of view. Okay, now I will show you the 4 steps I usually follow whenever I'm writing an opinion essay. First, I choose a topic. For example, the confinement due to COVID-19. This is a very general topic, so I need to ask myself some questions. For example, what do you think about it? Is the confinement helping human beings in general? Or is it affecting us? Who is us? Maybe is it affecting Mexicans? If so, how? Next step. If I consider that it is affecting us, I need to defend my point of view and I'll enumerate a number of reasons. I've thought about 3 different reasons. According to news reports, there is more domestic violence since 2 months ago, which is equivalent to saying that there is more physical and psychological suffering among population. Now, some scientists, some researchers are telling us that sedentarism is leading us to more obesity cases, heart diseases, backache problems, sight problems. Apart from that, I've identified that we may be also suffering isolation, and that the lack of face-to-face social interaction will probably affect us later on. So a final step I may also include is speculating about what I'll include in the conclusions. Our emotional balance will definitely be affected. Of course, we'll have to make some research to support that opinion. Okay, now I'll share with you an opinion essay sample and we'll analyze it. I tried to specify my topic, and the title I chose is this one. Confinement due to COVID-19 is leading to an increase of other illnesses. Let's read along. Is confinement due to the coronavirus pandemic really leading people to more illnesses? I truly believe the world's psychological stability has already been deeply altered. Hence, I intend to predict some uprising events we may have to deal with in the near future. To begin with, since the COVID-19 pandemic started, more domestic violence has been reported. According to journalists, the number of women and children affected by it surpasses the amount of people impacted by the contagious virus. On the other hand, despite the campaigns to continue an active lifestyle by exercising indoors, more and more sedentary grown-ups are gaining weight, and children who used to do some sport are not fit anymore. Eventually, medical reports will prove an increase in diabetes cases. Besides, being isolated is becoming a social issue that, in due course, will be manifested in all environments. Youngsters, mainly, will lack enough self-confidence to establish direct communicative interaction. As a result, human behavior will have to endure a long period of anxiety and depression, which certainly will not help to overcome physical sicknesses. Therefore, our emotional imbalance will, unfortunately, have detrimental effects in our labor and scholar life. Okay, based on this opinion essay, we'll answer some activities for analyzing the kind of language and content included here. First, I ask you to underline the objective of the essay. Then, find 5 connectors or linkers and indicate their purpose. For example, the word therefore is indicating consequence. In number 3, I ask you to circle some words that emphasize the formal register of the text. And finally, answer the question, do you agree with the author's opinion? Okay. You may go back and check the essay carefully. Write the answers to these exercises on a notebook and then share them, okay? Please share this video with other people who might be interested in knowing how to write an opinion essay. Thanks for watching.